You don't want to continue carrying clutter and mess into a new season with you. Plus, March marks the end of the first quarter of the year, so it is the perfect time to get things squared away so that you can start fresh and step into the brand new season feeling lighter, brighter, and unburdened. Let's go. Now, before we dive into some physical messes, I want to talk very briefly about mental mess. That's why the first thing on the list is expectations. You know, it's been a pretty difficult, challenging few years, and it's very easy to assume or to expect or to want that things will go back to normal. We've all been in a very different routine for the past 2 years or so, and it's perfectly normal and natural for kind of pre-pandemic stuff to now feel weird or awkward or exhausting. I wanted to start with this one, with expectations, because I feel like if your mind is cluttered with those expectations, pressures, responsibilities, a kind of picture of how things should be, it's very difficult to feel uncluttered and unburdened and lighter in other areas of your life. Next is seasonal decor, or more specifically, blankets and throw pillows. Now, if you're in the northern hemisphere, chances are you're probably packing these away. If you're in the southern hemisphere, maybe you are taking them out. But you could also look at kind of holiday seasonal stuff. Look at the condition that they're in. Ask yourself if you're truly using them, if you enjoy decorating your home with these items, or do they end up just taking up space? Do they end up a burden to you, not just in the amount of physical space that they take up, but the time and effort and energy that goes into actually putting them out. Now, speaking of throws and pillows and things, another great thing to get rid of when you're coming into a new season is old bedclothes. How many beds do you have? How many changes of bedclothes do you realistically need? When was the last time that you actually put this set of bedclothes on the bed? Animal shelters are usually crying out for bedclothes, towels, sheets, etc. I don't know about you, but it makes my heart all warm and fuzzy to think that an old sheet or something of mine is keeping, you know, a little litter of kittens or bunnies warm at night. It is the perfect time of year for this next one, and that is to declutter and organize your entryway, whether that is outside or inside or both. It's a place where shoes, bags, miscellaneous things tend to accumulate, and if you're anything like me and you have a porch, then it's the place where all the dead leaves and dirt and twigs and stuff accumulate. You don't want the first thing you see when you walk in the door to be a mess. Not too shabby. I do want to power wash this porch pretty soon, but today is not the day for that. It is freezing degrees today. Weather has been doing this recently, so I'm going to wait until it's very much on the upward trend. But yeah, happy with this. On to the next job. This is a relatively easy one, and that is your car, or if your car is too overwhelming to do right now, then just the center console. I think the past 2 years we have all accumulated masks, hand sanitizer, and just general receipts and pens and lip balms and things tend to build up in here. There is very little as frustrating as digging through stuff that you don't need, or like old masks and stuff, to get to the stuff that you actually do want and need. Nobody needs to be sifting through piles of rubbish. So this is a really quick category, a really quick win. Okay, I'm gonna need my little wellies for this next one because we are heading around the back. Oh wow, really not looking forward to this. But a new season means new planting, so it's time to get rid of all of the old plants, flowers, vegetables, things that I personally bought, grew a lot of during the pandemic. It's a great time to get rid of any that did not survive the previous season. Unfortunately, I have a lot of plants that didn't make it. If you've got a vegetable patch or, you know, a flower bed or something to clean up for the new season, to plant some new things for the new season, now's a great time to prep for that. Okay, I've stopped for now for 2 reasons. One, it is freezing cold out here. 1A, I did not wear gloves, but 2, I was getting to the stage where I absolutely was starting to despise it, and I kind of have a rule where when I get to that stage, I pretty much down tools. Like, I give myself an extra few minutes to just kind of finish whatever I'm doing or tidy things up a little bit, And then I walk away and give myself a break, because the reality is, if I push myself beyond the point at which I am enjoying it, or at least tolerating it, then I'm not going to want to go back to it. And this kind of leads nicely into the next item on our list, which is resolutions or goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year that they're just not a priority for you. Reevaluate. Do you still want to continue striving towards this goal? Do you want to continue making sacrifices for this goal? Because realistically, it does take sacrifice. It's very easy to set these grand goals and to have these grand plans, particularly at the beginning of the year when everything kind of feels fresh and new and you have a whole year of possibility in front of you. But sometimes that kind of rose-tinted view can make us set resolutions that really we don't want or need to do. The birds 100% agree with me on this one. And now let's get inside, because next up is kitchen gadgets. If you did not buy an air fryer and or a bread maker in the past 2 years, did you even live through a pandemic? You're in the minority. I guess I personally did not buy them. My husband did. I generally do not use kitchen gadgets, or not very often, because I hate cooking, I hate baking, I hate food prep in general. I like eating the food, I do not like preparing the food. But look, we all have little gizmos and gadgets that we bought thinking, yes, this would be great for pureeing things or chopping up things or smoothieing things. But there's something sitting there in the back of a cupboard that you're not using. It's time to let it go. Next on the list then is medication, but also supplements, vitamins, anything that you would take to kind of boost or protect or preserve your health and your immune system. Weeding things out is a great way not just to get rid of what you don't want, but to make sure that you actually have on hand what you do want and need, and that it is easily accessible to you. A great thing that I like to do to make this process so much quicker is to write the expiry date on the top of the bottle tub. By writing them in a very obvious place, it just takes a quick glance and you can see really quickly what has expired and what you can get rid of. I am all about those little tips that just help to make the job easier. And then craft, hobby, activity stuff. I, like many people, got into jigsaw puzzles during the pandemic. I got this one that I'm currently doing for just $5, but let me tell you, you get what you pay for, because this one came with 5 corners. Decluttering isn't about just getting rid of everything, it's about getting rid of the things that you don't really want or need, so that the things that you truly love can shine. But also, yeah, do us jigsaw lovers a favor and pass on your finished jigsaws so that we don't have to pay a fortune for them. But what are the hobbies and activities and crafts that you kind of accumulated a lot of stuff, or you have some half-done projects and you know in your heart of hearts you're not going to finish them? When you have, whittled down your collection, set up a little space, a corner, a desk, a nook, whatever, so that you have the place that you can spread out and really take the time to enjoy the things that you're keeping. Now, if this video has whet your appetite for new season cleaning, for that fresh start feeling, then check out this video. It is full of cleaning motivation. It is going to get you moving. Until then, go raibh míle maith agaibh, agus feicim mé sibh go luath. Slán!